My Spicy Twizzlers. I'm loyal, and if you are not a Spicy Twizzler, I wait. Okay, welcome to my channel, okay? This is a reaction video, and I hope you sit back and enjoy. Let's get spicy. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Okay, let's get to it.
Let's say this. Something else is going on. They didn't raid, they searched with a warrant his premises on the West Coast, right? They searched his premises on the East Coast in Florida, right? On the same property that the premises was located that they searched in Florida, he had a second mansion. They didn't touch that one. Why not? And when they walk out of there, they got a small trash bag and they have a medium-sized cardboard box. What was it they seized that would fit into those items? I have a sneaking suspicion from my background in criminal defense that what they seized was some evidence that was very incriminating to other people. Now, after they seized the evidence, they had no probable cause to arrest him on any crime. He hasn't been indicted. They talked to him at an airport before he got on a private jet to fly to an island that has no extradition agreement with the United States. Have you heard anybody trying to prosecute him? Not at all. So what did they do? See, the feds are interesting. Who served the search warrant? Homeland Security. Now, what the hell do they have to do with that? That's the FBI.
Seems like things have gotten real for the diddler. I mean, I don't really keep up with celebrity things. However, I seen this way before this moment. I mean, I have a story for you guys and ladies, but it's a long story. So if you would like to hear my story about this diddler guy, yeah, subscribe, like, share, and all those beautiful things, because I will be getting spicy. However, tell me what you believe that's going on here. I mean, it's a trickle-down situation. The effect is trickling down. That's all I have to say about this situation. Next.
Fired their head coach, Robert Saleh, one day after he wore a Lebanon flag during a game. Here it is. You can see the little Lebanon flag patch on his shoulder. For context, Israel right now is launching a heavy attack on southern Lebanon. Now, NBC News is reporting that the firing is to do with the apparent tension with the team's quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. But some are saying the timing of his firing is a little sus. Why is it sus? Well, Woody Johnson, the billionaire owner of the New York Jets, just so happens to be a mega donor to Donald Trump. Now, we do know Trump has a very close relationship to the country of Israel, $100 million worth of a close relationship. And the Jets also have a pretty close tie to the Jewish community, which is pretty overwhelmingly pro-Israel. Another interesting/important piece of context is that Robert Saleh was the NFL's first Muslim head coach, leading some to say, hey, is this Islamophobia? I don't know. This is a spicy one. Let me know what you guys think. Was this a football decision, or maybe do you think the firing was possibly politically motivated?
First of all, I am a big, huge fan of the Jets, okay? I'm a huge fan of the Green Bay Packers as well. You can judge me. It don't matter. But Mr. Rob, you had to go. You already know what's happening. And I don't have anything against Muslims, anything against no one that has a religion, okay? You just had to go. You weren't doing your job, Rob. Did I run? It comes out like that sometimes, okay? Well, tell me what you believe. Do you think it was a political situation because Mr. DT had something to do with it? I mean, a little sus. However, or do you think that he's just bombing? I'm just saying, okay? He said it. I mean, my guy, the creator of this video, he said it. Things are getting spicy, okay? Listen closely. Next.
How did you come together?
Love.
Okay.
Team
On
love.
a website or like what is happening?
Man, check this out. We made it, man.
Yeah.
All the nights we talked about being on the couch together, we here. Look, right now, being in the present. That's Ellen right there.
You know what I'm saying? Tell
honestly. It was just like, we met in Vegas for the first time ever. I'm sure I heard about him more than he heard about me.
Right.
But when I met him, it was just like, you going back to New York?
Well, well, well. My Spicy Twizzlers. I always thought that Mr. M. Tana was suspect anyway. I mean, like, that's my opinion. Do your own research on this guy. If you know about hip-hop, music, blah, 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 etc., etc., okay? But I don't really have too much time to spend on him, so we already know what's up with the diddler. Next.
Everyone feels the pain these days, and they all felt it, back in 2017. They all felt it back in 2008. But it's been progressively worsening and worsening. And after the pandemic, it is really at a boiling point now. And at some point, you start to notice that a common theme is corruption, and money is one of them. But another really commonly recurring one started to be like government, but it was actually really intelligence agencies. And then I started to get madly shadow banned. What is in all of their best interest, the bankers' best interest, is for them to create a problem and them to create a solution in many different arenas, and for them all to reap the rewards of us being beholden to them, despite it all being our money.
I liked the term that Dowd used on the show as a meta fraud, that when you have broken incentives, people just start to do up things. Like, without,
good phrase.
It's not even conscious necessarily, they're just following their incentives.
So you start to notice these patterns that really come back to that base layer of money. And I mean, then here we are.
Here we are.
All this had to happen from the beginning, right? You and I weren't there. You and I parents weren't there. Our parents weren't there. I mean, certain people were there when this all started. I mean, look at the Declaration of Independence. I'm just saying, the propaganda had to happen somewhere. And we have to all relearn all over again. If you don't see that this is about the dollar bill, I mean, that's just the way it is. I feel that's the way it is. It's my opinion. What is your opinion? And tell me if you're voting this year. Tell me why, if you are, and tell me if you are not voting and why. Okay? On to the next one. So,
Who really runs Meta, and it's not this guy. You see, in order to truly understand who is in charge, we have to figure out who controls what we're allowed to say on the platform and what we're not allowed to say.
My name is Aaron. I've been with Facebook for 2 years now, and I'm a product policy manager.
What does your job entail?
We're part of the team that writes the rules for Facebook if something violates our standards for safety and security, what Facebook could, should, can do.
Now, that guy who you just watched, his name is Aaron Berman. He's the Senior Product Policy Manager of Misinformation for Meta, but check this out. He's also former CIA, 17 plus years at the agency. And if we look at and examine who Facebook staffs in these positions, a familiar pattern is going to begin to emerge. We got Deborah B., Trust and Safety at Meta, also former CIA. How about Cameron Harris, Trust and Safety at Meta, former CIA. Hagen Barnett, he's the Trust and Safety Operations Lead at Meta, but also former CIA. This ain't an accident, ladies and gentlemen, and it's also not new. Operation Mockingbird is an alleged large-scale program of the United States Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, that began in the early years of the Cold War and attempted to manipulate domestic American news media organizations for propaganda purposes. That's right, information is power, and the powerful want to control all the information they can. They've been doing so since the beginning of time, except now it's getting progressively harder to do so because nobody trusts the legacy media, so now their operations have to expand. Not just Meta, it's also Google, and now TikTok. So when you read or hear about something, some idea, some person, some country who they say is good or bad, think about what they're trying to implant in your head, and think about who that idea serves or who it might benefit. Also, big shout out to Alan McLeod for tracking down all those receipts.
poor old Mr. Zuckerberg. Bee. Like, Mr. Sucker Bee, you have been bamboozled as well. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, do your own research, come up with your own conclusion. All the information is on this video. That is all I have to say. Look, I'm just here to give you some information and educate you and entertain you. Maybe to have you think a little bit. That's all I'm saying. That's just me. Wowzers. And a see what? Hey, what? I didn't even know that. Did you know that? Even if you did, let me know in the comments box below. I appreciate love you. Next.
Last year to figure out, has cyber attacks really increased? The study concluded, they said between 2021 and 2022, cyber attacks have increased worldwide 38% just in 1 year. And so everybody has heard about the MGM Resort attack in Las Vegas. But this week, Clorox is saying the same thing. Just last year, just in 2002, the whole country of Costa Rica got shut down. The largest nonprofit hospital group in the United States, Common Spirit Health, their whole infrastructure got hacked. Just this past week, Canada's airports started getting hacked. Just last year, Uber got hacked. Rockstar Video Games, the maker of GTA, got hacked. The United Kingdom National Health Service got hacked. Austin Pay State University, Florida International University, NVIDIA got hacked. Red Cross got hacked. Twitter got hacked. If you think that Russia and North Korea and China aren't building hacking infrastructure teams so that they can take down the infrastructure of the United States, because think about it. What happens when the United States power grid gets hacked? What happens when all our satellite communications get hacked and shutting everything down? What is America going to do? And what are you going to do when you have no more internet? You have no more food. The truckers can't communicate. Stores can't operate. And America doesn't have the infrastructure to protect this. These companies, you would think, NVIDIA, Uber, AT&T, they're not preventing hacking. And this ain't 10 years ago. This was last year.
Coincidentally, Visor is the one that hasn't gotten hacked.
They did a
Spicy Twizzlers, tell me what you believe about this video here, because I think that we all should be vigilant. I mean, not only in the present, but also with these electrical things that we call cameras, phones, videos, etc., computers, websites, all those things. We can't be willy-nilly anymore. We cannot be willy-nilly around. Millie Vanilli? Okay. Went off. But anyway, so yeah, tell me what you feel. Do your own research and all those beautiful things. Like I said, it's on the screen. This is for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. I mean, I wouldn't be loyal if I did not entertain you. Let's get spicy. Next.
Information with you guys. If you are not aware, today you're going to be aware. Now, we are heading for a termination event. These politicians and these people are in power. They are very well aware what's getting ready to take place in this realm. If you are not educated on the Carotene event, I suggest you go do so, which happened in 1859 and shut down everything. They are saying a Miyake event will be far much more worse. But is it something that they know that they're not telling us? Which of course it is, but the good thing is we are well aware. The Miyake event is a powerful burst of cosmic rays that happen every 1,000 years, but the origin is unknown. They are aware that this grid is getting ready to shut down, but it's going to be all coming from the sun. The phase known as the maximum of the solar peak seems to have moved forward a year. Now, it says everything indicates that the peak of intensity will come in late 2023 or early 2024, which will imply a termination event. My gods and goddesses, we have until August, I would say late October, and if this event does not take place, it will happen in the beginning of 2024. I told y'all everything began in 2017 when they first spotted the blue Kachina. this 7-year tribulation already begun. The end is 2024. We got 2 years, but within these 2 years, I told y'all it was about to get real explosive. Now we got the great solar flash upon us, and we already know what happens with the great solar flash. Incoming transformation, higher vibrational cosmic energy, light code activation within the DNA, super abilities, the activation of the gods that is on the way. That's why they calling it another keratin event, and it might be a Miyake, because all of this is a part of the age of Aquarius and the Great Awakening. And what other better way to do it is to get hit with the Miyake cosmic rays that the origin is unknown, but we know where it's coming from. It's coming from the primordial realms, and it's a part of the Great Awakening. Now, the reason why I put on the spectrum of light, because each color is connected to our chakras, and each color carries a frequency and an energy. And this sun is starting to crystallize, and we are starting to crystallize as well. That white light in the spectrum carries all the colors.
Well, my spicy Twizzlers. And if you are not a spicy Twizzler, I would appreciate love for you to become a spicy Twizzler. Share my videos. I really would thank you for that, okay? So this is the end of the video. And if you paid attention to any of my videos, and if you didn't, guess what? This last video here is a doozy, okay? Because you need to know this information. They have done this before. If you have listened to this in the 1900s, okay? They will do it again. So are you prepared for them to shut down the grid? And if you have an Apple phone, right, they have satellite on there. Just like you go up to the top, you pull it down, you see, Wi-Fi and all that stuff comes down. Then you see this little satellite dish thing. When the grid goes down, you'll still be able to use your Apple phone. Isn't that great? I think that's great for certain people. Yeah, that's great. But what are you doing to prepare for these situations when it does happen? Because it is. I mean, the solar flares aren't showing up for no reason. We're getting powered up, but guess what? They can power us down. Trust me. And I'm talking about those. You know. Anyway, again, this is the end of the video, and I appreciate love you for sticking to the end. Again, I will see you in the next video. Stay well, stay peaceful, and stay kind.